Hi guys, welcome back to FPL Weekly. Today we'll be talking about the Game Week 7 review as well as the Game Week 8 preview, and we'll go through the top performers in Game Week 7, top differentials in Game Week 7, the captain picks and gamble picks for Game Week 8, as well as our hot topic, that is defenders. So let's begin. Firstly, we'll talk about the top performers in Game Week 7. So the top performer was Ward-Prowse. He scored 17 points in Game Week 7. He got 2 goals, got an assist. And the second one was Grealish. So Grealish got 15 points. He has overtaken, I think, Zaha in the mid 7.3, 7.4 range, and Grealish looks like a better option going forward. The third one is Kyle Walker. He played very well for Manchester City this week. He got a goal, kept a clean sheet, and even got the bonus points. The fourth one is Kurt Zuma. So Zuma scored a goal again. He kept a clean sheet and he has been playing really well going forward. And he looks like at 5.2, 5.3, he's a very great defender. And the fourth one is Vardy. So Vardy Party is back and he has been scoring goals in the last 2 weeks. And he got 14 points this week as well. So yeah, these were the top performers in Game Week 7. So yeah, let's talk about the top differentials in Game Week 7. So there were pretty unexpected differences this week. The first one was Ena from Fulham. He's their right back. He got an extraordinary goal scored out from outside the box, and he even kept a clean sheet. The second one is Tielemans. So Tielemans got 15 points. He scored 2 goals for Leicester, and Leicester played really well. So we have Atharva with us. So Atharva, Tielemans scoring 2 goals, playing from midfield. He plays very deep. So, do you think he's a 1 week wonder, or should we, get him in our teams, and should we look forward to him playing like this only?
I think he's a great player. I think he got 2 goals against Leeds, 15 points, which was, I think, a fantastic performance. And even before that, when Leicester were playing away to Arsenal, I think he got the assist. I think we created a beautiful chance as well. So he's having good games in a row. He's playing well, and I think he's growing. And I think he's not just a one-match wonder. I think he's there to stay. And also the next fixtures for Leicester are very favourable. They are at home to Wolves and then a tough trip away to Anfield. But then again, they face Fulham at home and then Sheffield United away. So I think fixtures are a bit favourable. I think the Liverpool game will be a fantastic game. And I think Tielemans will in particularly be very important in that. I think he's good against the press as well. Liverpool press high. And Wolves at home, I think Leicester are favourites to win that. So I think Tielemans is a good player, and I don't think it was just a one week wonder. I think he'll play very well in the future as well.
Yeah, good points overall. I think he can play really well, and he's a great player. He creates chances. So let's see if we can convert the FPL points like he did in this week. So the third differential that performed really well was Nouri from Wolves. So he started at left wing back for Wolves, and Saiz dropped to the bench. So Saiz has been playing every week, and many people have them in their teams. And Nouri coming from starting this week and scoring a goal, getting a clean sheet. So I think Saiz is now not favourable in the playing 11. And Noom, what do you think? That should we remove Saiz from our teams and look for other options in our defense?
So yeah, Chirag. So Nouri, he got his first start in the Premier League. So we never know. They still have other left backs. If Marcel comes back or if Saiz comes back, if he gets a chance, I have no idea. But then I think you can hold on to Saiz for a while and let's see how these guys go about. If you have a substitute on the bench, like a change on the bench who plays in, then you can hold on to him. Or you can make a change, go for another defender who is more in the squad every time around the same price range with sizes in. So yeah, anyways, we are going to talk about defenders further in the show today. So over there we can see some other defenders who are favorable for that position. If you're looking to change size, then you can maybe choose a defender from there. But I don't think the Nouri, maybe he's playing a left wing back position where like at Wolves the wing backs are they are very important in their game and they get goals, a lot of assists and everything. So yeah, but if this boy gets a lot of chance playing ahead, then yeah, you can expect some returns from him as well.
Exactly, good points overall, I think. So the next differential that performed well was Ziyech from Chelsea. So he started his first PL game and he got a goal, got an assist, and performed really well, 14 points. And the last differential from game week 7 that performed well was Fornals from West Ham. He got a goal, got the bonus point, 10 points overall. So I think pretty unexpected differences, but very much to look into if you want them in your teams. So let's go on to our third topic, that is our hot topic, defenders. So yeah, let's begin. So I think some of what do you think, Atharva? Who are the defenders to get in your team for the upcoming 3 to 5 fixtures?
I think firstly I've got Aaron Cresswell in the West Ham left back. I think he has already got 3 assists this season, and the best part about him is he's a free kick taker. He's the first one to on dead set pieces. So I think that is very helpful. He has created 16 chances as well this season, which is I think the highest for a left back in the Premier League so far. So I am definitely getting him in the team. And also the next bit of fixtures for West Ham are quite favourable. They are at home to Fulham. Then they go away to Sheffield United, who are yet to win a game in the Premier League this season. And then they are at home to Aston Villa. And I think West Ham this season, they've already played all the big teams to the so-called top 6, with Manchester United just remaining. So I think the next fixtures will be a bit easy for them. I think they are looking good as well. And I think Aaron Cresswell will be a big part for them. And another one that I've got is Ben Chilwell. I think since he has joined Chelsea, since he has gotten fit, I think he has been one of the best left backs in the Premier League for the last 5 games. He has got a goal and 2 assists, and also he has created 11 chances so far in the Premier League, which is I think a terrific return. He has just played 5 games. Also, with the help of the new goalkeeper Mendy, they have started to keep more clean sheets now. I think they have kept 3 clean sheets in the last 4 games, notably one at Old Trafford as well. So I think they are gelling well, and I think Ben Chilwell, I think will be a very important part in the FPL for Chelsea as well. Also, the next fixtures they have is Sheffield United at home, which should be a comfortable win, to be honest, because Sheffield are yet to win a game in the Premier League this season. Then they go away to Newcastle, which is always a tricky fixture. And then they are at home for a big London derby against Tottenham. So I think Chilwell will be a very important part as well in this team. And I think he will be a good value for money in the FPL.
Yeah, I think Chilwell and Cresswell both have been playing really well and are great options. But I have Saiss in my team, and even I have Mitchell in my team, so they both are not playing. Mitchell is injured. So I want someone to replace Saiss in my team. So I have 2 options, and I am, going forward and backwards to, select one. So the first one is Kurt Zouma. So as you spoke about Chilwell, Zouma has been playing really well. He is a cheaper option, priced at 5.2 only. And he's also the top scoring defender in the FPL currently. So with 46 points and has 3 goals to his name as well already. So he's like a perfect like-for-like replacement for Saiss, I think. And if I don't go for my next option, that is Bellerin, then probably Zouma will be in my team for next game week. So as I spoke, so the next option that I have is Bellerin. He's priced at 5, and he has been creating many chances from the right side and getting assists as well. But having an Arsenal defender, I think, can always be tricky in FPL because you don't know when they get out of form, when they are in form. But specifically Bellerin, I think he has regained his confidence and he has been playing like he used to and getting assists going forward. He looks very good going forward. So I think Bellerin and Zouma are both great options for as a Saiss replacement. So I think I'll probably go towards Zouma, but Bellerin can be a good differential as well if you can't go to Zouma or a Chilwell. What do you think, Doom? Who are your defensive options for everyone?
So yeah, so my defenders I'm thinking about is I've had him in my team for some time now, James Justin. So yeah, James Justin from Leicester. So he's been playing quite well, and he's been playing he's been in for all the games for Leicester up till now. And as Atharva mentioned, their fixtures getting better in the coming game week. I guess he's a good option, and a player you're always looking for a player who's always going to get game time and a return at least since he's playing so many games, so many games. So I guess Justin's a good option in that category. And the other one I would like to talk about is Tillman. Tillman from Wolves. So since IS is being rotated around and Tillman since he came in, first game he gave us points and then again they're getting some good clean sheet points and everything. So he's only priced at 4.2 or 4.3 right now. I guess Tillman is a good option. If Thais is not going to Thais is not going to get game time anymore at Wolves or not that much game time like before, then I guess Tillman is a good option to go for to have a defender from that team.
Exactly, I think Tillman is a great option because Wolves have been performing really well defensively and they look like the best defensive if you say apart from all the teams. So I think Tillman is a very cheap option to get into the Wolves defense. So yeah, he can be a great option, Noom. So yeah, talking about our next topic, that is the captain picks for game week 8. So yeah, who are your captain picks, Tarva? Who do you think should be captain game week 8?
I think it should be pretty straightforward for game week 8. I think Tottenham against West Brom. West Brom have conceded the most number of goals this season in the Premier League. They have conceded 16 goals. And Tottenham, especially Harry Kane and Heung-min Son, are on fire. I think they have combined for 9 goals this season, which is the highest in the Premier League. So my captain would be Harry Kane. I think he has scored 6 goals and has 8 assists in the Premier League this season. He's more assisting than scoring, which is a bit unusual. He has also created 22 chances in the Premier League, which is amazing for a striker. In this new role, he's dropping down as a number 10, which allows Son and Gareth Bale or Lucas Moura, whoever is on the right side, to go forward and attack. So I think it is helping him as well to improve his game, and he has a terrific passing range as well. And especially against a team like West Brom, I think he'll be a fantastic chance. I think many people will be using a triple captain on him as well. I think because it's such a good chance. West Brom are struggling in the Premier League. They are yet to win a game. So I think for this game week 8, I think clear choices are Harry Kane or Son. But my preference will be Harry Kane.
Exactly, good options overall. I think because Salah is playing against City, so KDB and Sterling are also playing against Liverpool. So they three are pretty risky options this week. But it is between Son and Kane for me because I have both of them in my team. So looking at the stats, so when they are playing away, it is very 50-50 between them because Son is getting more big chances and Kane on the other hand is creating more big chances. So one is assisting and the other one is scoring. And their average points also in away games are pretty similar. So one is on 17 and the other one is on 14. So I guess very similar outputs and you have to select the right one. And the one that is sticking me towards him is Kane, because Kane has penalties as well. So last week also we saw Son blank, but Kane got a penalty and he scored the goal. So I think Kane can be a great option, but even if you go for Son, he won't disappoint and they both will get you the FPL points. But I have a differential captain as well. I know I have spoken about Wolves as a very good defensive side, but Vardy, he plays against big sides and he scores against big sides. And we have seen he's back in form. He has 2 goals and 2 assists in his last 2 game weeks. And I think he's the man for the big games because whenever he plays a big opponent, he is likely to score. And they have been playing really well. So I think in game week 8, he is a very great differential captain. What do you think, Noom? Who are your captain picks?
So yes, Chirag. So this game week, even I'll be following the trend of Spurs playing West Brom. So I guess I'll have my captain man at the moment is on Son, but yeah, since Kane has that little more to him since he can he's a penalty taker for the team. So I may in the end change the captain to Kane. But then again, like you mentioned, their points are very similar. The average point scoring is quite similar and not that different, not a big difference there. So in the end, it could be one of them for me. But I would like to talk about Chelsea Werner. So they are playing Sheffield United this weekend, and a very good chance for him to get a good haul of points with the team gelling well with Diaz, getting a chance to play in, and even Mason Mount played quite well in the last game. So yeah, so this he has a good chance of getting some good points. People can take a punt on him, other than just on Kane or Son.
Yeah, exactly. Vardy and Werner are both great differential captain picks, I think, for this week, and they both can get you the points. But if you stick to Son and Kane, those are very safe options, and you will get the returns, I think. And as per my captaincy record, it has been not going well. When I keep the armband on Salah, Son or Kane scores, and when I keep the armband on Son, Salah scores. So I think I'll stick with the safe option this time and not go for a risky option. So yeah, talking about the gamble pick. So a gamble pick is someone who is a differential. He's less than 5% of the teams, and when he scores, he can take you above your friends in your mini leagues. So yeah, let's talk about our gamble picks for game week 8. So yeah, Atharva, who do you have as your gamble pick for us?
I have chosen James Ward-Prowse as the gamble pick. I think he's in great form currently. As you mentioned, in the last game week, he scored 17 points, 2 free kicks against Aston Villa. And I think the best part about him, he's a dead ball specialist. He takes free kicks as if they're penalties. You are so sure that he's gonna at least make the goalkeeper work, that he's always on the ball. So I think he's a great chance. And also the next fixtures are Newcastle away, Wolves at home, and then Man United away, followed by Brighton away. So I think these fixtures for Southampton are a bit okayish, but the big problem for them is Danny Ings is injured for 4 to 6 weeks. But seeing it in a positive way, I think this will allow James Ward-Prowse a bit more central road, number 10, if you will. And also they have many other options as well. Che Adams is a new good striker. So I think Ings' injury might be a blessing in disguise for James Ward-Prowse if he gets to play as the number 10, and he might get more goals and assists. So for me, I think he's great value for money. He's valued at, I think, 5.9 million. So I think it's terrific. I think you have to get him in the team. He's on form. He's scoring free kicks for fun, and also he has a high work rate. He has made 9 interceptions, I think, in the Southampton midfield. So I think defensively, offensively is just all rounder right now. So I think he's a must pick for game week 8.
Yeah, good option actually. And as you say that he has been scoring free kicks like penalties, even I think that because whenever he gets the ball in his area and he scores a goal. So yeah, my gamble picks for game week 8 are, for the first one is Fornals from West Ham. So everyone is talking about Bowen or someone else from West Ham, but Fornals has an XG of 1.48 and an XA of 0.27. So an XG of 1.48 with the tough fixtures that they had over the last 4 game weeks. So I think he's a very great option because the fixtures have turned for West Ham now and they have easy fixtures going forward. And he also has 2 goals and 1 assist to show in terms of FPL in his last 4 game weeks. So he's priced at only 6.4 and he is in less than 2% of the teams. Currently 1.2% of the FPL teams. So he can be a great gamble for game week 8 because West Ham are playing Fulham. So I think he can be a great pick. And the other one is Cengiz Under from Leicester. So he's priced at 5.9 and he's only in 0.1% of FPL teams. So he's a very great differential because talking about his stats, so he has played only for 34 minutes coming from the bench from the last 2 weeks. But in those 34 minutes, he has 2 assists to show. And even he has created 5 chances in those 34 minutes. So I think next week against Wolves, he will get a start. And with Vardy in red hot form, he will score a goal against Wolves. And Under can be the one to give the assist to Vardy. So I think Under can be a great gamble pick for game week 8. Who are your gamble picks, Noom?
So yeah, my gamble pick, I would want to go for Watkins. I don't have him in my team, but if people who want to take a punt on him, you can go for him. Last game, he got to score a penalty, which really gave him to take. So yeah, he is in and around the box. He's trying to get shots on target, and the team is trying to create chances for him. So I guess I feel like he can get some points on board with the fixtures coming up for him. They're playing Brighton in the coming fixtures. They're playing Southampton next, I guess, and Newcastle in the coming fixtures. So I guess he can get some points on board pretty much in very less teams. And yeah.
So yeah, Watkins is also a great option. So overall, I think we have many great options, and we have given you the captaincy picks as well. So I think you should be all set for game week 8 now after watching the show. and I hope you like it. And if you like it, then do share it as well and comment your views. And if you want any suggestions, then do comment and we'll reply all. And keep watching, keep liking, and do share.